Wow, I've just noticed before I started my redness under my eyes there. I look like I've been doing something I shouldn't have been. Bloody hell, fire. Hi everyone, it's Barney here and welcome back to Barney Does Things. And aren't scalpers just... What? No, but seriously, of course, scalpers, as we know, are just absolutely scummy people. They buy items and mark them up at a massively inflated price. It all started, of course, with the latest shoes that were endorsed by top name athletes, and now, of course, it's all about the latest graphics card, the latest CPU, the latest games console, and the latest smartphone. It's just getting to a point now where it's beyond ridiculous, and I'm actually going off of this latest story about how a scalper group in the UK have managed to bag 2,000 PlayStation 5s from game. 2,000 in the space of like a minute, which is just ridiculous. Luckily, of course, Game are now looking into this and are now basically going through every order and making sure they're not being bought for the purpose of scalping them. So it's a start. It's one thing that's being done, but I just have a neat idea where basically scalping will be greatly reduced and you won't see this problem that much. And it's all about how you purchase said item. So let's take as a prime example, you want to get, say, the newest graphics card, like the RTX 3080. I might even upgrade my computer myself, I don't know yet. But anyway, let's use the RTX as a prime example. When you go onto a respective retailer, instead of the button saying add to basket, or pre-order now, or buy now, it actually says click here to order. When you do that, it goes through, instead of a basket system, then an address, and then you confirm your payment details, it takes you to a contact page. On that page, you enter your full name and your title, whether it's Mr., Mrs., whatever you denote yourself. Then you put in your contact number, an email address, as long as it's valid, and just confirm that you are over the age of 18. Once you've done that, you click order. But again, it doesn't take you to a basket, it takes you to another page where there is a randomly generated number. You make a note of that number. And for example, it could be, say, 6 numbers and 3 letters. Just randomly made on that moment. It will then say underneath, we will contact you shortly, but not by email. The email is going to be used for something else later on. You will be contacted by phone, and the phone number that you put in is required. Not an option, a requirement. Then, once you receive the phone call from the retailer, you answer. You are then asked to quote the number that's on your screen. Once you quote the number, they will confirm what your item is. So, obviously, in the case of this point, the RTX 3080. They will then ask you if you want to buy, say, any additional accessories, or they might even offer you a code for a new game at the time. It's just a little bit of incentive just to make sure you come back to that retailer when you want to buy something else. After that, they will ask for your address by a postcode or zip code and your house number or house name, if there is such a thing, which I know there is, of course, because we're in the UK. After you've done that, they will confirm your address in full, and there and then, whether it's a pre-order or not, they take your payment right there and then, in full. Not deposit, but payment in full. This guarantees the item to you. It's also worth noting that during this time all this is going on, that retailer is checking your details. The reason for that is so they're making sure you haven't placed orders for the same item multiple times. Because that's what scalpers do. They buy like 10, 20, sometimes 30 of the same item in one hit. And if they do bring that up and they see that you have placed orders for like 10 of the same graphics card, they'll question it. And they'll ask you very bluntly there and then, are you buying this with the intent of reselling it? If you are, all your orders are cancelled straight away. But if not, they will cancel all but one order. So therefore limiting you to just the one item. And when that retailer is all satisfied, the order is confirmed. An invoice and order confirmation will be sent to your valid email address. And that is how you stop the scalpers. I'm of course aware that some retailers might not be able to do this. For example, Amazon. They are predominantly an online business, but they probably wouldn't really have like teams and mass teams of people contacting multiple people at this point. I don't know, but I'm sure they could probably work something out if they did try this. But I'm more talking about specific retailers of specific items, like for example, let's just say a PC retailer that sells PC components, a video game retailer that sells video game consoles and games, and so on. Just really, really specific retail sectors can actually do this. The same thing could also apply, like I said before, with shoes and things like that. It's a simple system. I know it's a bit backwards. I know it's not as straightforward as clicking that buy now button and getting your order in very, very quickly and using, like for instance, Google Chrome's like address saving feature. So you just click, 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 and it's done. Yeah, it's backwards. But scalpers won't do that. Scalpers won't go through that system to say, oh, gee, I've got to enter all these details. I've got to wait for a phone call. But by doing that, it prevents it from happening. That's one step ahead of those sort of people. And as I said, scalpers won't bother. They'll just say, forget it. And therefore, the customer wins. Simple as that. But what do you think? What other methods could be done to prevent scalping from happening, whether that's over here in the UK, in the US, or anywhere in the world? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know what your ideas are, and let me know what you think about this sort of idea. Does it work? Would it be beneficial? And if any retailer happens to see this, please implement that system. It will work regardless. It will work. It's not a case of, oh, I'm not sure if it won't work. It will work, trust me. Anyway, that's it. Feel free to subscribe to see more videos from me, and click that bell to stay notified for when I do upload a new video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!